Hi, we're talking to Robin Eagle Sage. Robin is a clairvoyant and a medical intuitive. Hi, Robin. How are you?
Good, how are you? Can you
Robin,
hear me?
I can hear you, yes. Robin, what does it mean to be clairvoyant?
Clairvoyance is the ability to see and read energy clearly. So it's using your third eye, your mind's eye, to envision energy that's outside of you, and so you put your focus on whatever that energy is, such as a person that you're reading, and then you close your eyes and you allow pictures and colors to form in your mind's eye the same way that you do it when you're dreaming. And that's clairvoyance. There's clairaudience, clairsentience, all these different types of intuition, but clairvoyance is actually when you see colors and pictures that explain a story about what's going on with a person.
How can you define a good psychic reading?
Oh boy, that's a tough one. A good psychic reading, well, hopefully you feel like you've been seen and heard, and the person has given you some information that hopefully you didn't know about. Sometimes people are very in tune with themselves, and so they'll go to have a reading and the person will tell them things that they already know. But I think what is good about a reading is when the person is able to divulge information that's subconscious to the person's awareness, that can bring things up and help bring about clarity.
If you see something bad in my future, would you tell me?
I never look at future. I think that's very silly, and I'm sad that there are people out there that do that kind of crystal ball, purple tablecloth reading, because it gives people like me a bad reputation. But I don't believe in the future because everyone is always able to change their future based on what they're thinking about, how they're feeling, what they're projecting to themselves and to the universe. So I would never, hold anyone to say that in 6 months, blah, blah, blah. It's for me, it's very immature as a reader to do something like that and unprofessional.
So what could
And I don't really see it anyway. What?
What would you be able to help me with if I was coming to you for a reading? What type of things would you be able to read for me?
Absolutely anything. I can answer any question as a clairvoyant. As a medical intuitive, my specialty is finding blockages or disease in your body. But the truth is that's just my specialty because I'm very interested in helping people with their health. But, if you have an issue with boyfriends or finances or anything, nightmares, I can look at that and see what's the cause and how to cure that as well. Obviously, with a relationship, it would be more like sometimes what happens is people say, I'm having this issue in my relationship. How can I resolve it? And then I look and see what are the patterns that are causing this issue and then how to heal it. And I would never say to a person like, oh, you should definitely date this man and not this man. What I would do instead is if they were trying to decide between John and Bob, I would say, well, this is what's going on with John, and I see you very playful and blah, 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 and having fun and learning together. And with this other person, I see, more torture in a relationship and disagreement. And, so I basically let people choose. I would never tell someone what to do.
And what happens if a reading says something that I don't like? Am I able to change my future, my destiny?
Absolutely, yeah. That's the whole point of the readings. sometimes when people are very sick, they start to lose hope and they don't really know that they can heal these things. And we have it in our minds, certain diseases can be healed and certain can't. So there's so much mental attitude about it all. And if you can get past that and know that anyone can heal, something, if you're willing to do the work, 'cause it can be a lot of work to change the way you think and change the way you eat and things like that. But healing is always possible.
You also deal and work with animals. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Well, reading an animal is really the same as reading a person. They just have, a beak or 4 legs or something. And the funny thing about reading animals is that it's really always about the animal's owner. It's usually not about the animal. So if the animal is sick, usually it's because they have taken on the issue of their owner. And so hopefully I can deal with both people and tell the owner about what's going on in their life and what they need to kind of bring into balance so that poor animal isn't taking on all of their stuff. But in animal communication, I would tune into the animal and the same way I would a person, see what's the blockage, how to heal it, what it is and how to heal it. And sometimes I'll, kind of chat with them a little bit or ask questions, or, what would make you happy? Or, one time I was working on I think it was a cat. No, it was a dog, and it had bladder problems, and it just said that it wanted to go for walks more because it was holding, its bladder was too full and it was causing all this irritation. And sometimes it's just really simple, and then I have to get the human to get outside more because, we get so attached to our computers and our lives and everything. So I have to work with both people, and that's something I noticed a long time ago, is that it's always the issue of the human.
When it comes to the animals, then is it preferable for you to be one-on-one, or can that also, if necessarily, be done over Skype, like that?
It's the same as a person. It doesn't matter what I'm reading. If I'm reading a man on the moon, or your neighbor, or your grandma in Wichita, or your dog, I just close my eyes, focus in the center of my head, and ask about that person or that animal, and then all the pictures appear inside. So I really don't have to have anyone or anything in front of me, which makes my life much easier.
Sure. Thank you, Robin. Thank you so much for talking to me.
You're welcome. Take care.